So that's looking up Jackson Hole's famous Corbett's Couloir ski run. Goes around the corner of the buttress, turning to the right. Down here at the pedestal, which is where we did the pick-off from yesterday. The Via Ferrata rungs go up that orange lichened face, up towards the big roof, and then there's the bridge that crosses under the roof. There's our big, long, uniform white face that we're going down, largely following the path of the tram cable overhead. So we're looking at the big roof, two-strand wire rope bridge. The triangular sunlit face is where our lowest deviation is, with the upper deviation being slightly above the personnel there. And then this is the big clean face that avoids the roof and continues all the way down to the sun shadow line into the snow to the bottom of the Via Ferrata, which is the Burma Bridge about halfway up the sunlit snow there. So the idea is the rescue solution can cover either side. There's Via Ferrata rungs up that corner. There's Via Ferrata rungs where I'm currently standing and filming. And we're either tagging into this side or tagging into the opposite side. Okay, the operation's begun. There's the upper vortex, which is in front of the descent control system. Here's the snow vortex at the horizon line. They'll go down this snow and start making their way into the rock gully. Attendants now coming down the snow slope. They're going to make their way into the gully. They'll get redirected through that highline anchor, which has a high directional pulleys in the middle of the gully. That'll reduce our rock rubs. They'll continue over that horizon line for another 150 meters approximately down to the patient location. Okay, attendant is clipped through the highline high directional. We're just adjusting the position of the Kootenai carriage that's supporting the two high D pulleys. Attendant is now connected to the upper deviation system, which goes out screen left to a mechanical advantage and descent control device. Our endpoint is the toe of that buttress. Second deviation point is going to happen right there. We're deviating the operational ropes to get out of the gully where there's sort of some nasty terrain traps and V-slots that will be difficult to fit a litter through. So we're going to get them on this clean white wall all the way down to the couloir. Attendant is out of view over the big roof. He connected at the Via Ferrata bridge with a rescue rigger that connected two ropes to him for the tag in. Rescue rigger is now down climbing the Via Ferrata, so we've created the umbilical cord between the attendant and the rescue rigger. That way we don't have to throw ropes from the bottom to try to connect them to the patient location. So we'll just down climb the Via Ferrata, bring those ropes to the patient location, and eventually tag in. So there's the patient location on that pedestal of rock at the toe of the buttress. The tagline ropes are reeved through their mechanical advantage, and they're going to start tagging the attendant into their patient location while we continue the lowering operation from above. Attendant's getting tagged in right now. It kind of looks now like a suspension system. He's off the snow. The white ropes are the tag ropes, the blue and red are the DCD ropes, and he's more or less in the belly of a cross haul, if you will. Attendant's feet are now transitioning onto the pedestal. just 5 meters from the patient location. The raising operation has commenced on the Harkin. Attendant and patient are now in free space coming off the pedestal rock, being tagged out by a 2-rope system until they're plumb underneath our low redirect. The antenna is nearly plumb under the wall, in which case we'll cast away the tag out ropes. There was the departure point at the pedestal. Attendant and patient are about 10 meters below the lowest redirect. Right there. And the upper redirect, the high line, high directional, and up towards the 2 vortexes at the top. Attendant's now past the high line, high directional, transitioning to the snow, which will take him to the snow vortex. Making our way to the snow vortex, and from there the finish line is the upper vortex. Attendant's now going down the uniform face. Plumb line below the upper deviation, avoiding all the complex terrain issues in the roof and the gully.
What's that? This is just the deviation. Okay. The tag line's a little lower.
Right, we're starting to raise the litter and tag out to the gravitational fall line from the patient packaging location. Raising on the Harkin winch, going up more or less the sun shadow line. Attendants now coming over to the right of the big roof towards the lowest deviation. We'll bring their knots right up to the deviation pulley and then release out back towards the gully. Attendant lowering out on the lower of the 2 deviations. Getting to plumb.
Okay. Let me give you a little more, Mike. I think that looks pretty good, Doc. Yeah, you're going to have to undo them, so whatever. Yep. I'm just going to leave the pulleys on there this time.